All seven of the so-called swing states, and getting a lot of attention over the weekend was Iowa. A new poll there shows Harris at 47% versus 44% for former President Trump. But the final New York Times Siena polls show no clear leader in those seven key battleground states. Iowa's not one of them, by the way. Our next guest says no election outcome would surprise him and says the nightmare scenario would be one or more battleground states decided by a very slim margin. Chris Krueger is managing director and Washington Research Group strategist at TD Cowen. Chris, welcome. When you say a very slim margin, in the last election, 11,000 votes in Georgia was considered a slim margin. But we both remember Florida in 2000, where the margin was something like 600 votes.
That's right. So if you go back and look at, there were approximately 40 recounts since that Florida recount in 2000. The average number that the vote total changes is 551. So anything inside of 1,000 votes would, be a rough outcome. Anything, 5,000 and above, you can breathe a little easier. 10,000 and above, you should be free and clear.
Nevertheless, one could certainly anticipate that there will be challenges to the voting, to the vote counting, to the results, no matter which side wins, right? I mean, I can't imagine that either side, if it is as close as the polls indicate, that either side is not going to raise some challenge if they are on the losing side.
Yeah, well, I think there are probably two areas to focus on here. First off, you have active litigation. It's something like 175, 185 lawsuits already filed across the country. But then the second part, you do have a relatively hard and fast deadline set in statute. So the first one is December 11th. That's when counting has to stop across the nation. December 17th is when the electors meet in the state capitals. Going back to 2000 in Florida, that was really the catalyst that got the court involved. And then January 6th is when the new Congress certifies the presidential. So you do have three dates you can look to. The problem is that they don't start until December.
That said, Chris, I mean, and we see all the parts of the country where they're already boarding things up and anticipating protests, and obviously hope that doesn't happen. What would you be telling investors to watch for tomorrow evening? What would be some early signs that it's breaking one way or the other?
Yeah, look, I mean, I'm reasonably confident that we will have some clarity by the time the market opens Wednesday morning. That's not because the counts are going to be done. They're definitely not going to be done. Pennsylvania will probably take until the weekend. Michigan will probably take until Wednesday night. Arizona might take until the following week. But there are, any number of counties. We've got 45 House races we're watching in 34 counties. Extrapolating, the numbers out of those in the early morning hours, and we should have some clarity. If we don't have clarity, we're into that second scenario where you're literally, inside of 5, 4, 3,000, and we could well, be in recounts.
Since you mentioned Congress, congressional races, Senate races, what do you think is going to happen there?
I think for the first time in American history, the House and the Senate could flip to opposite parties in the same election. That's not because of waves one way or the other. It's just because of geography and math. When you look at the Senate map, it's really good for Republicans, and it's a 51-49 Senate. So you have unbelievably tight margins in the Senate, and you have arguably tighter margins in the House. You have 435 members in the House. And when all is said and done, it's basically a 3-seat margin. The issue for the House is that unlike the presidency and the Senate races, a lot of that geography is in very blue parts of the country, specifically California and New York. Of the 45 most competitive House races, 10 of them are in California. California doesn't close until 11 p.m. Eastern. Mail-in ballots have until November 12th to come in. So, we could have a pretty good handle on the White House, on the Senate on the morning after the election. The House could take a while.